Okay, thank you, and good evening, good afternoon. My name is Javier Mendoza. I'm from Spain. I'm studying in Latvia for 2 years. And I had a question. You have mentioned that NATO was helping people in Libya and Somalia. Okay, maybe we have different concept of helping. But what about Syria? Because which is the difference, for example, with Libya?
That's, of course, a very good question, and it's very often raised. There is a clear difference between Libya and Syria. We took action in Libya because we had a very clear mandate from the UN Security Council. The UN Security Council decided that we, and that means UN member states, should and could take all necessary measures to protect the people of Libya against attacks. And NATO allies decided that NATO should take on that responsibility. So we acted on the basis of a clear UN mandate. That's one thing. And secondly, we also received clear support and active support from countries in the region. So a clear UN mandate and active support from the region, none of these conditions are fulfilled when it comes to Syria. And that's a clear difference. So we have no intention whatsoever to intervene in Syria. But having said that, it goes without saying that I strongly condemn the security forces' crackdown on the civilian population in Syria. And there's only one way forward in Syria, as in all other countries. That is to accommodate the legitimate aspirations of the Syrian people, introduce democracy, guarantee freedom.
My name is Arif Parayam, and I'm from Oxford University. And I wanted you to tell us in more detail about Afghanistan after 2014. What is the degree of commitment NATO is ready to cooperate with Afghanistan? Because many NGOs and aid organizations that are in Afghanistan nowadays, their presence there depends a lot on how secure they feel being there on the ground. And there's the danger of a massive withdrawal of them if NATO quits too early. And the second question, again, on Afghanistan. What can be NATO's role in fighting Karzai's government's corruption? Thank you.
First, on the period after 2014. First of all, let me stress that we will not leave Afghanistan prematurely, and definitely we will not leave behind the security chaos. On the contrary, we will make sure that the transition to Afghan lead will take place in a coordinated and orderly manner. But I think we all agree that we cannot stay in Afghanistan forever. Of course, the ultimate goal should be that the Afghans can take responsibility for the security themselves. And that's actually the essence of our current strategy. We have already now started to hand over responsibility for the security. Soon, around half of the Afghan population will live in areas where the Afghan security forces have taken lead responsibility for the security. And this process will continue. So when we leave, and we will not leave completely, but I will revert to that. But when we leave, we will leave behind a strong Afghan security force that will take care of the security in Afghanistan. And so far, we have had a very positive experience in the areas where we have handed over security to the Afghans. The Afghan security forces have actually handled that situation very skillfully. So I'm confident that we can complete the transition by the end of 2014. Now, after 2014, we will still be there. We will still be there, but in a supporting role. We will help the Afghan security forces. We will continue a training mission. We have already a training mission. We will continue a training mission so that we can assist the Afghan security forces and make sure that they will still be able to take full responsibility for the security in Afghanistan. In addition to that, at the summit in Chicago, we will also have to discuss and decide how the Afghan security forces will be financed in the future, because the size of the Afghan security forces go far beyond what the Afghan government itself will be able to finance. So the international community will have to step in and finance the Afghan security forces. So against that backdrop, I think you can feel sure that after 2014, there will be capable security forces in Afghanistan.